Hi, so this medical minute is going to be a little bit different. Please bear with me. I know it was going to be a monthly thing, but a lot has happened in the past 3 months since my surgery. So section 1 is going to be April, section 2 is going to be May, and then section 3 is going to be June. So, I'll see you guys soon. We are officially 8 days to surgery. I'm still working. I'm not going to stop. Oh my god, my hair's crazy. I'm not going to stop working until literally the day before my surgery, which is anxiety inducing. Oh, I'm gonna yawn. Also, something that I was doing to kind of hype myself up and make me feel good about everything that's going on got canceled. I was gonna go and meet Sarah Shepard, who's this author. She wrote Pretty Little Liars, actually. I was gonna go meet her, and she got sick and she's not coming. So that's kind of bummy, but I'm going to an emo night on Friday, and I have another book event thing that I'm going to next Tuesday, the day before my surgery. So yeah, hopefully I'm good. I'm not really having any anxiety about it yet. I'm mostly kind of just like, let's get this show on the road, let's get this over with kind of thing. Let's just take care of it kind of deal. So, I don't know. Let's see what happens, though. I'm going to check in every day until then, so maybe it'll get worse as it gets closer. I don't know. So, including today, I'm at work today, but including today and the weekend, I am 5 days from surgery. Yeah, 5 days. And it's a fun day at work today. But yeah, I'll check in tomorrow. So it is Monday. Oh my god, I almost said like July and January at the same time. It is Monday, April 7th. I am under the 48-hour mark before surgery. And it is my second to last day of work before I'm out for the rest of the school year, which is crazy to me. So I've been going around to the other classrooms, talking to them, letting them know that I'm going to be gone. And it's harder than I expected it to be. Some classes want to know, what happened to you kind of thing. Other classes don't really care, which is fine because there are some groups that last year I definitely missed and didn't really get to bond with like I did with some of the others. But yeah, and then third grade has been very difficult. One of the third grade classes that I went into, they it was like a group hug, and I struggled really hard not to start bawling crying. I have 4 groups left to talk to, or 5, I think. 4 of them are at specials right now, so I'm gonna have to wait until I take my class that I'm subbing in to library later today, and then the other group is working on the musical. So, obviously can't talk to them right now, but hopefully I'll get to talk to them later today as well. Oh my god, my cheeks are so red. Okay. But yeah, I'm not really anxious about surgery. I don't think I'm worried about anything with that. Really, it's just the loss of routine, loss of, work, people I work with, the kids that I'm around all the time, just that familiarity aspect that I think is starting to get to me a little bit. I think tomorrow it might be really bad, especially right as I'm clocking out and leaving. I think that's going to be difficult. So, trying to keep it together. Hopefully I can keep it together. One class has my favorite little lady in it. I am with her every once in a while because she has an aide. And so if the aide's not here, I get to be her aide. And I think she's going to make me cry, for sure. But yeah. T-minus 48 hours. Oof. So, final day. I am heading to breakfast with my dad. So my dad and I normally do breakfast on Thursday mornings, but of course, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be a little busy. So, we're doing it today, and it's my last day at work. I didn't think I would be this emotional about it. I know most of the kids I'll see when I come back next year. But there are some 5th graders that I really, really love, and yeah, it's gonna be difficult. So yeah, I'm hoping I don't cry today, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna head to breakfast. That's it. In about 24 hours, they'll be wheeling me into surgery, so it's crazy. So, today's my last day. I'm at work. I'm eating a mint. And because today's my last day at work, it's end of year checklist, which means my desk is empty for the first time since the beginning of the year. And somehow that's making me emotional. So, that's where my brain's at today. I think it's going to be an emotional day for me for some reason, but we know why. So, yeah. Last day. So, some students from one of the 3rd grade rooms made me some cards. And I got a card yesterday, and I didn't film it, so I want to film it. So this is the first one. Oh, this is from everybody. Oh my God, I am going to cry. Okay, it says, "We love you, Miss Roy," and they put IDK over the misses because they don't know if it's MRS or MS. It has all their names on it, so I kind of don't want to show it, but it has a really cute drawing of a girl. I don't know if you can kind of like see it from the back. A girl in a blue dress with like some like red hair or something. I don't know. That's so sweet. Okay, card number 1 from Matt. Oh, I shouldn't have said a name on here. I'll cut that out. "We love you, Miss Roy." Miss Z. Okay, one of the teachers signed it even. I actually just texted my sister-in-law and I said to her, I was like, I did not think the hardest part of leaving and having the surgery was going to be the kids, like leaving them. And maybe I'll feel different after recovery, but as of right now, so far, the hardest part is leaving these kids. And saying that out loud, I'm going to cry now. "We will miss you, Miss Roy." Oh my God, it has tears on it. And they put all of their names in a little heart. And it's yellow. It's my favorite color. I love it. Oh my gosh. My class. "We will miss you, Miss Roy." And another. Okay, let me see if I can like fold it over so you don't see their names. Look. It's crying. So sad. I feel like I'm like breaking all their tiny little hearts, but they'll be fine without me, I'm sure. To Miss Roy. Hope you get better soon. All their names. I love that they all made me cards. Okay. It just says sign this with a sad face, and it has all their names on it. Okay. This one has all their names on it. It says, "We will miss you." Oh, and they made me a little drawing. That's so cute. Is there anything on the inside? Okay, no. I just wanted to make sure. Sometimes I try to get you. Okay, it says who it's for, or from. That's so cute. "Hope you feel better. Your doctor is the worst. Convince her you can come back in May." And it says, "Petitions for her to come back early." Oh. "Hope you feel good soon." So it cut me off while I was recording, which is rude because I was crying. They drew me a little heart. I can't tell if it says who it's from, so I'm going to cut it out, but there it is, a little heart. And it says, "You'll get better." Oh my God, I hope you make it out of surgery. You're the best sub ever. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't record this. Think of that. You're the best sub ever. Dear Miss Roy, you're the best substitute teacher ever. I really like how you keep learning fun. Everyone will miss your amazing way of teaching. Feel better soon. Dear Miss Roy, you rock. Best sub, you're the best. We will all miss you. Oh my god. That one. I'm at work. Okay. I'm at work. Okay, let's see this one. You're the best sub ever, and it has get better soon. It has everybody's name signed. Oh my gosh. Ooh, this one has like a gorgeous drawing on the front. I wonder who did this one. Wishing you the best of luck. I'll miss you. The cover was inspo for your next hair color. Maybe I will. That's not that bad. I kind of like it. I'd love to do like a little, I don't know, sunrise something. Okay, last one, thank God. We will all miss you. Use this to help you with the surgery. It will make you feel better. Has all their names signed on it, so I'm going to try and fold it over, but... A little cat. Because they know my baby's a little too well. I hope I don't get any more cards today. I'm going to lose it. Oh my God. Okay. I'm good. But this is definitely... This one with the little cat drawing is definitely going in my surgery, in my hospital bag for tomorrow. Okay, well, that's it for today. Probably not, but oh, also one of the fifth graders stuck this on my hand to like keep me in a good mood today because everybody's making me emotional. But yeah. Okay. Today's the day. I'm in my hospital outfit to go to the hospital. I took my morning shower. I had to take a shower last night too. But yeah, we're ready to go. So we're just waiting for my grandma to get here and then we'll probably leave in about 30 minutes. So here we go. I always film myself in the hospital bed before surgery. Here I am.
Show the TV that doesn't work.
Oh yeah, the TV that we can't turn on.
Refuses to cooperate.
There it is.
You look like your mother with blue hair.
Oh God. So it's the next day. It's Thursday, day after my surgery. I'm sitting up in bed right now just because I gotta keep moving and I can't move like 25% of my body because of this dang cast. So I keep like sitting up, laying down, sitting up, laying down. And I need help doing literally anything. Like I can't get my own cup of water or my own snack or use the bathroom without needing help. Like it's so difficult for me because I'm so used to being able to do all of that for myself. But here it is. I'm wearing bluey pajama pants because I thought it would make me think of my students at work. But yeah, there it is. In all her glory. I can wiggle my toes. Hi, toes. They're still coming off the nerve block that I was given yesterday, but if you see, the cast comes up a good portion of my lower leg. So like my knee, I don't know how far back. My knee is right here. And you can see the cast is right there. So, yeah. And then you get a lovely shot of our laundry hamper. Of course, I have some good girls taking care of me. I've got my mouse, my little lady. She's cleaning herself. They're both cleaning themselves right now. And then I have Clemsters, who loves the wheelchair. I think she's getting more enjoyment out of it than I am. My other two babies are around here somewhere. They've kind of all been, like, taking shifts, funnily enough. And then my husband ran to go pick up a book order that I made from... Facebook Marketplace. because obviously I can't do that. So, yeah, he should be back in like 30 minutes, but yeah. And then my mama was supposed to be here today, but because Josh decided to take off to hang with me a little bit longer, she didn't need to. But my aunt will be with me tomorrow and Saturday night. Somebody that you guys will recognize from True Crime Travelers. And we'll be doing another one of those videos this year in June. I'm very excited about the case that we're going to be going over and the locations we're going to be filming at. It's going to be a lot of fun, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I'm just healing. I'm even like right now, like I'm watching a true crime thing. Like I never take a break. Except I guess from work maybe, because I'm not working. And I can't go back until August, which still is like just so depressing. Also because I can't like use this foot for like 9 weeks, pretty much. So, here we go. The rest of my life here, baby. So, my aunt's here today. I took my first shower. We're watching Coffee House Crime, which is our like favorite thing to watch together. She's in the other room getting me a snack and some water. Yeah, took my first shower, so I'm clean now, which is nice. I'm doing some crafts, some art. I've got my books. She got me Starbucks. But yeah, I'm doing good today. And I changed my clothes. Look at me. I'm on the up and up. Day 3. I'm already over it though. So it has officially been, oh, I'm gonna drop my phone if I don't watch out. It has been officially a week since my surgery. No pain. I'm not taking pain meds anymore. I took my last dose of pain medication yesterday. Itchy? Yes. Sweaty? Yes. Covered in cats? Of course. Right there. All of them. Except for one of them. So not all of them, I guess. 3 out of the 4. 75% is still pretty good. It's passing. And the heat on, because it's cold. I have like all my shit that just kind of sits here. Headphones, it's a must. My little lap desk. You can see right here is my iPad and my computer so I can do schoolwork. I had some library books. Those are getting returned Thursday, I think. These are the books I'm currently reading in physical copy, and then I have my e-reader. So yeah, I'm like set up here. My mama and papa were here with me today to help take care of me, but they actually just left. They wanted to try and miss traffic, so they left a little earlier than, like, they left about an hour before Josh will be getting home. He gets home in about an hour, so yeah, so I'm kind of just chilling here. I've got water next to me. I had Indian food for lunch. Life is good. So, am I getting bored sometimes? Yes. Do I feel like a lazy sad sack sometimes? Yes. But I know I'm doing what I need to heal. I have so many trips I'm going on this summer. I want to be able to enjoy my life. I need to heal. So yeah, that's my update. I'm in bed again. I am about a week out from getting the cast off. So it is Wednesday. And next Tuesday, I get the cast off. And my sister-in-law, who I go on, like, reading vacations with, where we just, like, sit in an Airbnb and read for days on end, she's going to be coming next week to take me to my appointment, and she's going to come stay and help me out as I move from the cast to the boot. And I've heard it 2 ways. So I've heard that it could either be not like still non-weight bearing for 6 weeks, or I've heard that it could be minimal weight bearing for 6 weeks. Either way, hopefully I'll get it off around my birthday would be nice. My birthday's June 7th. And then I can like start the like what feels to me like will actually be the legitimate healing process. But yeah, I'm disgusting today. So I'm going to take a shower today, once my husband gets home. But, I had said to my students that I would try to go and see the 5th grade musical tonight. And it kind of gave me something to look forward to now that it's here. I've had really terrible sleep for about 5 days now. And what's wrong? You see hear my cat just whining. I don't know they're play fighting. But yeah, so I've had really terrible sleep, so I just don't know if I feel up to it tonight. Also because I got, way before I knew that I was even gonna need to think about having surgery, I bought myself a concert ticket, and I could only get one at the time because of how expensive they were. So, my husband's like dropping me off, so I can see the show. But yeah, that's about it. That's all my update for now. Nothing interesting going on over here. So it was officially the day today. I didn't film much. My sister-in-law's in town to like help out some, and so she took me to my appointment. She's out on a little sibling bonding dinner with my husband. And I'm just chilling at home. My dad left. Him and I had dinner, which was nice. I'm hanging out with my little mouse. There she is. And I'm just enjoying the fact that my foot is not in a cast anymore. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit. Let's see if I can turn this around. Yeah. So there is, you can see my little foot. Oh wow, ice cream truck, that's insane. So there is my boot that I have to wear for the next 6 weeks. The next 3 weeks is non-weight bearing, but I get to decide between the wheelchair and the crutches, which is great because that means when I leave the house I can use crutches. And then here is what my foot looks like. It's in a compression sock. And you can kind of see it's still orange. I haven't showered yet to like clean it up. But there's 2 incisions on both sides of my ankle. And while I can't put weight on it, she does want me flexing my foot. So basically what she wants me to do is anytime I'm not using my foot, so showering, sleeping, like laying around watching TV, that kind of stuff, like take the boot off and just let my foot kind of like move back and forth like this. That's supposed to help teach the cartilage where it's supposed to grow. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, it was an interesting situation. I don't know if I like didn't eat enough or just didn't have enough salt today, but I almost passed out after getting the stitches removed. And so they had to like give me water and like help me lay down and stuff, which was wild, and that has not happened in a long time. I think there was also a lot of just stress and anxiety about whether or not this was healing properly for me since I couldn't see it, and worried that, you know, something was going to set me back or something. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy to be out of that cast and like be able to like itch my leg now when I need to itch my leg. So yeah, that's my last April update. Oh my gosh, here comes May. So originally in May, I didn't have any doctor's appointments outside of my ankle being moved from or being checked on, not being moved, but being checked on. And then when I did get sick in May, it started a chain of events that led into June. So I'm gonna kind of update you this way, and then we'll go into June. So basically I got really, really nauseous to the point where it was like I could not sleep at night. And I ran out of my nausea medication. And then quickly after that, I had like 2 or 3 weeks, I think, where I was throwing up. On that Monday, I would throw up, and then I would be super sick and super nauseous for the rest of the week and barely be able to eat, and it would like restart every week. Went to my doctor, and she was like, oh, you know, the anesthetic from surgery probably just aggravated your liver because I have liver issues. Nothing to be too worried about, nothing to be too concerned about. I'll put you on some omeprazole or omeprazole, and some Zofran, and that should help. And it did. I was back to normal after I was put on those medications. I was able to live my life normally and stuff, and I was feeling really good. And then June happened. And here's how June started, because it started really good. So it is officially June 1st, which means we are a week away from me turning 23. And every year, or usually every year, I don't know if I've done one actually for like the past 2 years, but I usually do like a vlog about what goes on around my birthday. And I'm technically not counting the start of like my week of my birthday until tomorrow, because that's when my first group of friends get in. And then Tuesday we have plans. They leave Wednesday, then Thursday, Josh's sister and her friend get into town, and we go and see a comedian. Friday, I have 2 doctor's appointments, and then I'm going to, oh my gosh, I'm going to a concert in Springfield, Missouri. It's like 3.5 hours away from me, and then coming like straight home, because then my birthday's on Saturday. And I have breakfast on the day of my birthday, and then I'm having a little game night potluck situation with some of my friends. But don't mind the mess. An Amazon package showed up for me yesterday. I know what's in it, but I'm still excited because it's fun stuff that will be getting used as part of my birthday celebration, sort of. One of my birthday celebrations. 3-piece swimsuit, fanny pack, rechargeable, wearable fan, waist fan. If you think I'm like going into a jungle, I'm not. I'm going to Six Flags on Tuesday, so I'm gonna like get all of this ready, because knowing me and my husband will forget that it needs to be washed, and then Tuesday I'll get here and I'll be like, so. I'm going to get, the fan charging and the clothes washing, and I'll see you tomorrow. So this is going to look super thematic because my phone is in a plastic bag to keep it safe. I hope you can hear me. My friends are on a ride right now that I decided not to go on because I thought it would make me pass out. Do you want to see what it is? Here, let's see if I can get a better.
Please do not hop over.
So here's what the ride looks like. And it gets faster, and it goes like all the way to the side. So that was a no from me very quickly. Not passing out on my birthday trip to Six Flags. This might become a yearly thing. I feel it. We've already been here for hours. It's like almost 1:30. So I'm looking for them. I don't see them. Whatever. Now, this is where the story gets a little traumatic, so if you're not comfortable with medical trauma and just personal trauma, you can skip the end of this video. I appreciate you being here for so long. Otherwise, thank you for sticking around. So on the 4th of June, it would have been the 5th. On the 5th of June, I thought I had started my period. Nothing unusual. It was actually very light considering I hadn't had a period since March. And so I just went about my normal business, Well, then Saturday of my birthday, June 7th, my husband and I wake up and we get in the car to go to breakfast with my parents. It's an every year thing. I always go out to breakfast with my parents on my birthday. And that day was supposed to be really fun. After breakfast, we were going to go and pick up some stuff for this Chipotle mac and cheese and spinach artichoke dip that we were all going to make together because his sister and her friend were in town. And then I had a bunch of friends coming over that night for a game night potluck situation. So excited. Well, we're at breakfast and I end up being in a lot of pain. But I just thought it was cramps, I have PCOS, endometriosis, and a bunch of other health issues that aren't even period related, so I just didn't suspect anything. Well, then while we're out and I stand up to head back to the car, I just feel a drop, and I could tell that I was just heavily, heavily bleeding. So my mom and I walked to the car. By the time my parents dropped me off at home, I've bled through my underwear, I've bled through my jeans. And at first it just looks like it's a bunch of big clots coming out. Wiping some, blood off the floor, off the toilet seat, stuff like that, Didn't expect anything unusual to happen. And it just progressively got worse from there. So within about 2 hours of breakfast, I am bleeding through a heavy pad, and a heavy tampon every 20 minutes. I'm having to keep a towel under me when I sit or lay down. If I get up to walk to the bathroom, have to take the towel with me because otherwise I'm just bleeding all over the floor. There was blood everywhere. It was just so terrifying to experience. So when Josh's sister and her friend get back from breakfast, the three of them head to Target. He's like, we're going to pick stuff up for tonight still. Because I was adamant that my party was still happening. There was no way it was getting canceled, not on my watch. And he was going to pick up some period products for me. While he's gone, I stand up, and the thing that is hanging out of me is so terrifying. I call my mom because my parents only live 3 blocks away. So I call my mom, and she already knew that I was having a lot of pain and a lot of bleeding. And she was like, well, you haven't had a period since March. It was probably just your body paying you back for that, basically. Well, then she gets here, and I stand up and I show her what's hanging out of me. And she was like, that does not look great. That's kind of concerning. She's like, are you sure you shouldn't go to the hospital? I'm like, there's no freaking way I'm going to the hospital. About 2 years ago, I think it was now, or almost 2 years ago, when I got my IUD taken out, it caused me to hemorrhage. And when I went to the ER, they basically said there was nothing they could do for me. So I just figured it would be a waste of time and a waste of money, especially considering I had a party that night. I wasn't just going to leave and cancel over nothing. But the bleeding got so bad to where it was basically just consistently flowing out of me. I became extremely dehydrated, extremely lightheaded. I have a condition that I think I've talked about on here before where it makes me prone to passing out, if I'm not properly hydrated. So I thought I was going to throw up or pass out, and even though I was in the bathroom, it wasn't like I could get up off the toilet and turn my body around to throw up because of how quickly I was bleeding. So my mom got me a bowl, she got me some water, and thankfully I had just bought an electric fan to take to Six Flags with me. So she brought that to me. She also decided to take a picture of what had come out of me or what was hanging out of me, which ended up coming in handy later. So then when my husband gets home and he helps me like get to a point where I can come and lay down, my mom goes out on the porch and calls her friend who so as my husband helps me get to the bed, my mom steps outside to call her friend who's kind of become like a medical knowledge expert for us a little bit, especially with chronic conditions. And I'm not going to give too much of her health history away because that's her business. But my mom sent her the photo, and as soon as she saw it, she said, "You need to get that girl to the freaking hospital. Something is seriously wrong." So we head to the hospital. I get in to check in with the check-in nurse, and I tell her I'm heavily bleeding. She's like, "How quickly are you bleeding through pads and tampons?" I said, "Every 20 minutes. And she was like, 20 minutes? Like, that's not normal." I'm like, "Yeah, that's, why I'm here." And I was there in like 2 pairs of long pants in the beginning of June. Thankfully, it wasn't like a super warm day that day. It actually had been like raining a bunch lately. So it was not the worst thing in the world, but I sat down for maybe 2 seconds before they called me back into one of the rooms with the, like charge nurses, I think is what they're called. They took, vitals, they asked me all the questions, and my mom shows up and she goes, "Show them the photo." So I showed them the photo and they looked at each other with just an insane amount of concern. So they're like, "Okay, we'll do some blood work. Is there any chance you could be pregnant?" I'm like, "No, I haven't had sex since before surgery. It was months ago. And I haven't done anything like that since then." So they're like, "Okay, well, we're still going to check it because we're checking everything." So then we're sitting outside waiting for the blood work. I'm getting some fluids. I'm starting to feel a little less loopy. And then the nurse comes to the door and says, my name, calls for me, and then says, "Oh, it's nothing serious. It's just going to take a minute," because she saw that like me and my mom and my husband were like grabbing all of my stuff to take it in. So she just wanted us to know that we didn't need to do that. And here's the big part of the story. So she calls me in and she's like, "So we ran your blood work." And I had known that because I had gotten a MyChart message on my phone and I was actually genuinely about to check it. I'm so glad she called me back before I could do that. She called me back. I ended up having my mom go back with me and she goes, "So we ran your blood work and it does look like you are pregnant." And at that point I looked over at my mom and she goes, "I'm going to get Josh." Josh comes in and I can't even tell him what's going on. The nurse had to tell him. Then him and I are both confused as to what the hell is going on. So she says, they're going to want to do an internal and an external ultrasound as well as a pelvic exam, and one of the OBGYNs, from upstairs will want to come and talk to you as well. So we wait a little while longer. I get called back for the ultrasounds. The lady can't tell me anything. At this point, I'm freaking out because I'm like, I've literally done everything wrong. I went on roller coasters. I drank alcohol. Like, I haven't been taking prenatals. I'm freaking the fuck out. And so she takes the photos. We go back. We sit for a while. Then I get called into a room and I do my first pelvic exam with the 2 ER nurses, and they pull some extra clotting out that was stuck in my cervix. And they say, "So it does look like you're having a miscarriage, but we're going to have you continue to do blood work, and I'm going to have the OBGYN from upstairs come down and check on you and talk to you." So I'm already freaking out, especially because the nurse was like, "Well, you could be having a miscarriage, but it's not 100% yet unless your levels go down. And so we won't know for a couple of days." So then we are waiting again, and the OBGYN comes in, does another pelvic exam, tells me I'm dilated. And that means there's no chance for a viable pregnancy. I asked for a DNC. I did not want to have to do this naturally. They said that they wanted me to do it naturally. And since then, I've had to get my blood work redrawn twice. Within 2 days, my blood work went from 2,000 to 300, and then in a week it went from 300 to 11. And I'll have to do it one more time this week to see where my levels are at. I also saw my liver specialist during this time, and I had to do this like probe scan thing. I had blood work done, and then I have an MRI with a special contrast that I'll have to get done. They're trying to see what like condition my liver is in, and apparently it's a lot more difficult than they thought it would be, just because of all my other health stuff, and just how my body is. So there's a lot that's going to go into that. But basically within 4 days of finding out that I was miscarrying on my 23rd birthday, I'm also being told that I could possibly be in liver failure. So it's been a very hectic month. I went on a trip with my aunt for the true crime series that we do, and that video will be going up sometime in July. And I have so many travel videos that I'm going to be doing and so many things to be excited for, but I'm keeping a very serious eye on my mental health and my depression because it's not been easy. I know I'm not getting emotional about it right now, but at this point I've had to tell the story and talk about it so much that I don't get overly emotional about it like I did before. But yeah, that's kind of why I've been MIA lately. I went from surgery to pregnancy, miscarriage, to possible liver failure. So if you have a chronic health bestie or just even acquaintance, just check in on them if they all of a sudden stop being as social or active in social circles as they were before, because you never know what could be going on. For this series, I'm going to get back to doing it monthly as doctors ramp back up for me again. But I just wanted to kind of tell you guys what life has been like, and I hope everybody's okay. And I will be okay at some point, just not yet. Love you all.